Do major labels really control Spotify? That's what we'll be going over in today's video. What's up, guys? This is Omari with No Nonsense Music Marketing, the number one place to get real advice on the music industry from a company that actively markets in it. So if you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell so you get updates on every new video. Because, like I said, we are actively marketing in this space every day. Hundreds, thousands of different ads, playlisting, and everything in between. So we will give you the most up-to-date information on this versus just somebody on YouTube who's not actively doing this stuff. All right, so I'm going to hop right into the video. Do major labels control Spotify? Stats may not be telling the whole picture of this. So, recent study found that major labels do control about 70 to 88% of Spotify's playlist. But what exactly does this mean for indie artists? Does it mean that, I should just give up and I have to sign to a major label so that I get on some of these big playlists? No, it doesn't. It means that you need to learn how this structure works. Just because stats are similar across the board with this type of stuff, it's just that the people who know what to do just keep doing it. It doesn't mean that you cannot do it. It just means that you need to be craftier in doing it. Here's what I mean by that. Whenever a company gets big enough, they get a little bit more careless with their marketing budget. For example, a lot of the record labels, they either just buy up smaller labels, or when they do market the artist, let's say they put out ads on Instagram, Facebook, which I've talked about on this channel before, the ads really aren't all that good. They just have a lot of money to push the ads. So they're doing a different type of advertising, which is impression-based, meaning as long as you see this a bunch of times, you see this name a bunch of times, like you're going to get more used to it. And then you're going to trust that that name is in authority. Versus smaller labels or smaller artists will have to be craftier with their ads. They'll have to actually make better ads that people want to click on more than the ads from the record labels or Spotify or any other bigger company. That is going to force you to be more talented in your marketing or find a firm, whether that's us or somebody else at omarimc.com, that you can outthink them. You may not have as much money at the beginning, but you'll be able to outthink them. So that takes studying, takes watching YouTube videos like this. Go watch all of our videos. It takes reading, listening to podcasts, all of that, so that you can have more knowledge than them. So when they have more money, you can still get more knowledge. It's true that you can learn on the job as well. Like when you're spending that money and you don't have as big of a pile of money, you will pay more attention to the ads that are working versus the ads that are not. Versus if you just had a bunch of money in the first place, like State Farm, for example. State Farm ads don't actually have to do with car insurance that much anymore. They just say like, oh, you'll get great rates. What does that even mean? What is a great rate as compared to what? But people don't ask that question anymore because they've seen enough State Farm ads that they just trust the name. They just trust the name. Now you can name a bunch of companies that it's like that. So when you do your advertising, you don't just spend the money like that. You actually do have to be very specific. You have to be crafty. You have to know psychology and all that stuff so that you will be able to infiltrate the market. So does Spotify control this? Meaning, do you have no power in this? That is not true. Do they own a lot of playlists? Yes. So they have to know something about advertising, right? They didn't get where they got without any knowledge. But like I said, they usually focus on impression-based advertising. The other thing to say, I'm not trying to discredit them, so I'm giving, I'm being honest with them. They're good at impression-based advertising. Other thing to note, though, they have a standard when they release music. So when people have stats like 88% of the total spots on playlists like Rap Caviar or Get Turned are going to be from UMG, Sony, the big guys, it's usually because, or at least partially true, that whenever they come out with music, it already has a certain standard. Like when they pitch that to the Spotify editorial playlist, they're not wondering, is this going to be mixed, mastered? Like the song may not be good subjectively, but it's going to be mixed and it's going to be mastered and it's going to sound good across the board. Like they don't have to worry about that whenever they listen. So that's why a lot of times UMG scratch Spotify back, Spotify scratch the back right back. They know they're getting a good product in terms of audio quality, even if the lyrics are trash, is what it is. They know that there's that certain quality standard versus an indie artist submitting music a lot of times, which we do, a lot of promotion. A lot of times the indie artists are really good. But a lot of the times, sometimes they need improvement on the audio quality. So you can still build a studio in your house for $500, maybe $1,000, and it sound really good. You need to be craftier about that. You can't make as many mistakes. So you have to, at $500, you can't just frivolously spend it. You have to be very intentional with the $500 and how exactly you're going to structure your room to get this audio quality so that it sounds like it was recorded in a much bigger studio. But say all that to say, again, the point I want to drive home is the word control. Do they control this? I think no. You can think differently if you want to, but I think that's taking a victim mentality in this. Just because they've created a lot of playlists does not stop you from, again, using a service like ours or creating some playlists yourself. Whether you want to use, we've done this before. We run Facebook and Instagram ads for other people's playlists or other people's music, and that gives them some of the distribution that the major labels will have, because major labels, they have a bunch of their own playlists. The Digster playlist, Filter playlist, Topsify, those are all owned by the major labels, and they will run their own ads to their own playlist so that even if Spotify doesn't put them on some of the editorial playlists that they want, they have their own playlist to go to. So even in that, and we're a playlisting company, so we know how this works and where to find all the good playlists and all that stuff. It takes a lot of studying. So that's why we even give people courses. Whenever you order promotion from us, we give you courses. We have our own smaller record label now where we can release projects for artists so that they get used to this structure. And, when you're equipped with the tools to really go out and do it yourself and have your own business structure and all your own assets, you'll have the knowledge from looking at this channel. Our goal is not that you just pay for a promotion in perpetuity. Like, obviously, yes, we're here to make money as a business, but we're also here to partner with artists in coming up with good deals that we can help promote their projects, and you get free leads from our promotion for certain projects. Now, again, we can't sign everybody in the world, but we can sign a lot of different projects that have good music, and if artists give some equity in the streaming and sync licensing, they can keep the equity in the performance royalties, and that's a fair deal. So, point to drive home. Control. I don't like the word. I think it gives way too much power, but do they keep doing things that will, further their presence on the platform? Yeah. Why wouldn't they? If you knew what to do, you would do it too. So that is it for this video, guys. You can drop some comments in the comment section, because I know people always have comments when it comes to stuff like this. But before you do that, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. If you're watching this on YouTube, and if you're watching this on another social media, follow us on there, because a lot of you guys who watch these do not follow us or subscribe. And you want to do that because we come out with active information, because we actively do this stuff. All right. So do all those things, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.